Hey, listen, don't tell anyone. The secret to speed painting Space Marines is in your sink. That's right, the secret to speed painting Space Marines has been sleeping with the dishes after all. A sponge, the very same squishy squisher used to clean your dishes and maybe occasionally yourself. Using it is super simple. You're going to want to start with a black primed model or any other darker color. Whatever you choose is going to show through a bit in the shadows of the painted mini, so choose wisely. Next, rip up a piece of that sweet, supple sponge and grab it with some tweezers. Now, regular tweezers work just fine if you're just doing this a little bit, but if you plan to sponge up a full squad or an army, I recommend these reverse tweezers. The regular ones will give you some pretty bad hand cramps after a while. Once you have your sponge pinched properly, lay down a thick dollop of your base color paint on paper. Whatever paper you have around. I'm using construction paper here. But you could easily do this on junk mail, holiday cards, your diploma, past due bills, whatever useless piece of paper you have lying around will do the trick. Then dab that little sponge baby into the paint, then onto the paper. You're going to want to keep dabbing until the marks you leave behind are not totally opaque and basically a little translucent. Then give your Space Marine nice little pats all over to apply the paint. This is a good time to whisper sweet nothings and affirmations to your tiny soldier. You can do it, little buddy. I believe in you. Which will all but guarantee that they will pass all their saving throws in their first game. Aw man. If you apply the right pressure and have the sponge saturated appropriately, the paint will apply smoothly to almost all the surface area of the model, only missing the deep recesses where we want the shadows anyway. Seriously, barring the airbrush, no base coating technique is easier than this. I'm painting up a salamander here, so my next color is going to be a brighter green. But this technique will work great with any other sort of single colored Space Marine chapter. What you are going to want to do with this highlight is apply it in the same manner as the first, but with a little less pressure on the sponge stabs and only aim for the portions of the model that would be hit by light. Now if you want to try this out yourself, I'd actually recommend some makeup sponges, but I want to use a dish sponge to prove a point and have a much clickbaitier thumbnail. It worked. In the description there will be an Amazon affiliate link to the ones I use. You don't pay more, I get a small commission, you know the drill. There's also going to be some of those reverse tweezers down there too. Don't get the ones I got. I'll link them there if you want ones that look really cool, but honestly, any of the cheap ones will work just as well. I like to think of this technique as the poor man's airbrush, because it's a super fast and easy way of achieving nice gradients without needing to shell out a Land Raider's worth of cash on a chrome clog machine.
Fuck. I just cleaned you.
After you have your Marine's armor color gradient established, just go around and pick out the details like trim, weapons, and those teeny tiny little eyes.
Maybe give it a wash too, if you're feeling generous. Just don't forget to reinforce the highlights after your wash.
And you're golden. Once you get the hang of this technique, you can easily knock out a Marine in like 30 to 45 minutes. And here's the proof. The sponge technique is a fantastic way to knock out models quickly, but if you want to see an even faster way, check out this video right here. Huge shout out to my patrons, thank you all so much for the support, and until next time y'all, stay happy and take care. Bye bye.